Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the WCC Rivals Regional Qualifier live from Zone Cafe, Kolkata. I'm Shadeslayar, and I'll be a caster for this game. Semi-final number 1, we have Silhouette going up against Saurav Das. Silhouette did win the toss, and he decides to bowl first. Saurav, right-hand batsman, going up against right-hand pace over the wicket. First ball of the quarterfinal. It's going to be an in-swinger. Pitch straight up, Yorker length. They're going to try and sneak a single. The underarm throw not fast enough. Single to open up the innings. Next up, wide outside the off stump, and he swings. Comes out the middle of the bat, and that's gone all the way. That's a big 6. Good start to the innings here for Saurav. Next ball in, it's a Yorker. Flicked off the pads towards fine leg for a single. Actually, they're going to try and come back for a 2. Yeah, pretty slow throw from the outfield. They're going to be able to snap back in for 2. Yorker length again. Slow ball and the helicopter shot. It should be 1 bounce. Beats the man at a long leg. Goes for a boundary, and it's a no ball as well. Free hit. There we go. Silhouette not gonna be happy about that. Wide ball, and yeah, 5 byes going through as well. Silhouette, yeah, he made a meal of this. In the span of 2 balls, Saurav has just taken a huge lead now. Yorker fast ball in. Barely gets the inside edge. Third man. Throw comes in, and it's going to be 2 more runs added to the total. We have seen a lot of Yorker length deliveries from Silhouette, and he's going to continue to do this time around. Only the single. Does bring the first over to an end, but Saurav, thanks to a couple of big deliveries there, is going to be sitting nice and pretty. Did make it to 28, right, at the end of that over? Yeah, 28. First over, he's in a commanding position here. He's going to be looking for a total around 50. That should be a pretty safe place to be. Medium pace. Another helicopter shot. Another boundary. Left arm around the wicket. Medium pace. He needs to work on a lot of variations here. If he's predictable, Saurav has already shown us that he can take advantage. Into the pads. Looks like it's a wide delivery. He's going to let it go by. Nice collection from the wicket keeper. Almost ends up being another disaster there. Next ball again into the pads. Helicopter. It might carry. No. Just beats the fielder in the inner ring. One bounce. Another 4 added to the total. 4 balls remaining. Saurav is well on track to get a huge total on the board. York length. This time it's on the middle of the bat. That's gone all the way. It's a big 6. That takes the total to 43 now, and he's got 3 balls remaining. He's quite possibly looking at 60 right now. Looks like he's going to be one of the hot contenders to take this tournament. Makes it through the gap, and there's no one on the outfield. He's going to trickle down towards mid-wicket for a 4. 2 balls to go. In swinger, again Yorker length. Does get worked on the onside. 2 more runs. Let's have a look at the shot distribution. Every single one has been on the leg side. Oh my. Massive indeed. Last ball of the innings. Can he get a boundary here to hit that 50 mark? Now he's going to get a dot ball. He's going to try and sneak a single. That is going to be the end of the innings. Doesn't get much in that last ball, but total already looks pretty daunting. And Silhouette has got his hands full during the chase here. It's a pretty big total. He's got barely any room for error. There's a lot of singles and 2s in these innings, but a few bad deliveries, a few extras given away by Silhouette allows Saurav to reach this total. Hopefully we get this resync back in soon. Oh, I think I'm gonna hit that again. There we go. We jump in. First ball, second innings. Left arm around the wicket to the left arm batsman. You're going to open things up with pace. Slow ball, it hits with the pads. Up goes the finger. Plumb in front. They might look for a review. Yeah, he calls for the review, but that looked plumb. Completely bamboozles him with the slow ball. Feet in. Yep. There's the pitch. The pitch in line. It swings in. Yeah. That's hitting middle and leg. The decision will stand. And Silhouette loses his first man off the first ball. A change of pace. The slow in swinger completely catches Silhouette off guard, and Saurav is off to a hot start here. Right-hand batsman makes it to the crease. Let's see if we see another slow one coming through. Yorker length. It's actually a fast one. The cover drive. A direct hit there, and that would have been close. Well, that was a pretty straightforward third umpire decision. He didn't really have too much work to do there, in all honesty, but 1 for 1 Yokolev in. Long leg will be pulled into action all the way from the boundary rope. Should be a standard double. Oh, no, he did go for two. He should have gone for the second much earlier, but all right, back into the action. 1-for-1, 3 balls in. This is Silhouette in a lot of trouble. Saurav is in the driver's seat. 3 amazing deliveries, and the 4th one, the drive. Extra cover, couldn't really cut that off. In fact, long on gets pulled into action. Quick 2 runs added to the scorecard. But look at the total, it's 47 required. 44 of 8 deliveries. It's a big ask. And he's not going to get there getting the singles and twos. Drive straight down. Mid-on cuts that off, just the single. Saurav's done a good job of starving Silhouette here for runs. And it looks like he's going to continue with what has worked for him. The Yorker length. In swinger, the drive straight to cover the underarm throw, not fast enough. They're going for the big appeal. The players look very animated there, but the batsman was well and truly in. What are we looking at? Off spin here. I don't think it matters at this point of time because mathematically there is no way Silhouette can chase this down any further, but there is that long shot that we see some extras given away. Ooh, that's a pretty darn big bouncer there. Completely catches Silhouette off guard. He didn't even flinch. The ball just skidded off the tracks. He's going to try and do this again, because why not? Yeah, that, oh my lord, I think that hit the player in the helmet there. Hope the batsman's okay. Regardless, it is Saurav finishing this off in style. 4 more balls to go. In swinger. Drive, they're going to try and sneak a single. All right, he survives the scare, but it's immaterial at this point of time. It's going to continue from around the wicket. Ooh, that actually swung straight back in and hit him in the pads. 2 balls to go. Saurav is going to be moving on to the semi-finals of the Kolkata regional qualifiers for ILG Cup Season 3 WCC Rivals. Jumps up. Ooh, that's gonna go all the way. Silhouette, he may be going home, but he's doing it in style. A big one takes his total to 12, and he needs another big one here. That should be the 2 runs secured. Yeah. Comes back for 2, and that will be Saurav winning by 32 runs and moving on to the semi-finals We will take a quick break. We'll be back shortly with more quarter-final action, followed by the semi-finals and the grand final for WCC Rivals. Don't go anywhere.
Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold? Don't know what it takes to make it through the day. Though I'm standing here, let you walk away remains my greatest fear. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody that floats above any waves. But I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Now
It is MD Shan versus Sonic here, second quarterfinal of the Kolkata regional qualifiers. Sonic wins the toss and he's going to be batting first. Contrast to most of the players you've seen opt to bowl first in most of these matches, in almost all of the previous regional qualifiers as well. And we're going to see Godfather, aka Shan, open up on spin. Right arm over the wicket to the left-hand batsman. He pitches it up. Oh, they just let it through. The leg stump goes flying up in the sky, and that's the first player down. Oh my, oh my. The ball just skidded off the surface there. So much pace. through the gates. The batsman had no response, and Sonic is off to a horrendous start here. MD Shan. He's going to pitch it up. That looks like a white ball. He's going to let... No, it wraps him on the pads. If he did not attempt a shot there, that would have gone by. Maybe even for 5 wides as well. But as things stand, it's a dot ball. He's still flirting with danger though. Second ball in. This is going to make its way towards mid-wicket. Cuts that off. Should be back for the 2 though. Sonic. 2 dot balls. Shan does have the advantage here. Let's see if we can keep the momentum rolling. Leg spin. Nice shot there. That's got to trickle down for a 4. A beautiful shot from way outside the off stump. It's a very hard shot to hit. But Sonic makes it work. And he needs more of this. If he is to give himself a fighting chance in this matchup. Next ball. Cut off in the boundary rope. It's going to be just a single. If it wasn't timed that great, he might have been able to run back for 2, but wasn't the case. Last ball of the first over. Into the pads. Again, the fielder gets brought back into action. This time though, he's going to be able to sneak the 2. First over is done. That's 10 added to the total. Actually struck at 9. It was just a single off the penultimate ball of the first over. So next ball, that was wide out. Should have let that gone by. Mistake there from Sonic. Gets him only the 1 run of that first ball. And Shan now well and truly in the driver's seat. This is his game to lose at this point of time. 1.1, 10 runs. He shouldn't be giving away more than 25. Dot ball, he follows the batsman as he makes room on the onside. No runs. And Sonic, he's getting into bigger trouble ball by ball. Mistimed. Should give him the single though. 3 more balls to go. Here's no answer to the left-hand spin. He follows him again. Are you kidding me? The drive towards cover. This is going to be a run out. No dive coming through. Up goes the finger. And Sonic loses his 2nd wicket. Shan almost certainly is gonna be walking away with the W here in this quarterfinal. 2 more balls to go. Sonic needs 2 big hits. He needs to get close to that 20-run mark if he is to even mathematically give himself a chance. Goes for the aggro shot, but is gonna end up with only the 2. He'd be eyeing a 6 to close this innings out. At least a 4, else this is going to be a tough target to stop. He does get it into the gap, but the fieldsman in the boundary rope will be able to run across and cut it off. 15 is the total of 2 overs. And it's 16 required for Shan to take the victory in the 2nd quarterfinal of the day and set up a clash versus the winner of the previous match, Saurav. pretty unorthodox field setup here coming in from Sonic. First ball of the innings. Yorker length, straight drive, but there is mid-off. Cuts that off, single to open up the innings. He doesn't need the big shots at this point of time. Ones and twos will do it. Shan doesn't need to take the risks, while Sonic needs to starve these runs out here. He cannot let Shan move the ball around for ones and twos. Three runs of 2 balls. We're back in it. The ball's gonna be pitched up. York length again. He's gonna drive that ball down towards. He's gonna go for this. Oh no! Oh no! Wait. Alright, there's a no ball. Never mind. I think there was a spectator glitch there, never mind. Free hit! The ball, he did try to catch it as it makes his way into the stands. Just a flat shot. So, the man at long on tries to jump up and take it in the last second, but that pretty much is gonna seal this up. Shan, 4 runs required of 9 balls. Another single. This is going to be close. The dive now. That looked very close though. It goes up. It'll be interesting to see if he's made this. Wasn't really required to go for that tight single, but yeah, the dive comes through. He's clean in. That looked a lot closer in real time though. Another single added, 3 more runs required. He can probably finish it off in the 2 remaining balls this over. Sonic goes for the straight up ball, smash down. Timing was exquisite, but he will be able to come back for 2. That should be a not out. Brings it to 1 run required. The scores are tied. Last ball of the first over. He's got 7 balls here to find that solitary run. And he's going to find it off the first. Tight single. They're going to try and go for this. No dive required. And that is it. Shan wins by 10 wickets and moves on to go up against, I do believe that was Saurabh who took match 1, so that'll be the first semi-final for you coming up a little later, but we've still got 2 more semi-finals, quarterfinals rather, lined up for you, so don't go anywhere.
Oh, I just want you to myself. Just want you to myself. you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
Welcome back to the third quarterfinal, everybody. It is Arindam going up against Nihal, who's traveled all the way from Bangalore to see if he can qualify through the Kolkata regional qualifier for WCC Rivals. NTJ. Let's see if he can make his mark here. He did go down in the quarterfinals of the Bangalore regional qualifier. It's a surprise loss. He's going to be looking to redeem himself here. You can already see early adjustments on field settings. It will be, of course, Arindam batting first. He's going to open things up with spin. And the first one, Arindam swings his arms. He wants to start hot. Gonna be just the two though. There's a lot of fielders towards the onside boundary. Offsides where he can probably test his luck. In fact, there's no third man in play at all. He will, however, bring the fine leg into play here as he sneaks a quick two. Badly timed inside edge does allow him to comfortably go back for the deuce there. 4 of the first 2. Nihal pitches it up, the pull shot. Straight in the gap. Long leg, fine leg, just need to stand and watch that go by. And Arindam gets his first boundary of the innings. Next ball through. Ooh, top ball. Well bowled there. Ooh, there might have been some harsh words coming out as well. Some taunts from the bowler. Way to keep it feisty. Next ball in. He makes room. Oh no, he gets hit in the tummy. Good delivery there from Nihal. NTJ. This time around, that should be the 4. Yeah. It's a pretty darn bad dive there coming out from long leg. Though a little too early, and the ball trickles down for a 4. Regardless, a very good over for NTJ there. Look at these spreader fronts. Everything on the onside. Probably the reason why he's going to continue keeping the same field out for the left-hand batsman as well. But that is timed good. He's found the gap. And he gets himself another boundary. Might start to get a little uncomfortable for NTJ here. 16 of 1.1. Arindam is showing us that, hey, I can take you for the cleaners. Flick of the hips. Nets him another 2. NTJ is going to be happy giving away 1s and 2s. It's the boundaries and the 6s that he's going to look to reduce. I was gonna say eradicate, but I think that's a little harsh words. And the edge there takes it past short third man. Barely trickles over the boundary rope, but boundaries are boundaries. And Arindam is gonna welcome every single one he can find at this point of time. He wants to get to that 30-run mark, maybe inch towards 35. That's going to give him a big fighting chance of making this happen. But the dot ball. Oh no! NTJ gives away a no ball and a free hit. Let's see how much Arindam can find here. Free hit. That spun off the surface. He did not expect the ball to spin as much. That is some Shane Warne stuff right there. And NTJ redeems himself. Next ball, he gets smashed up, but there is a fielder. A late call for a 2, but he's not going to be punished for that. 25, last ball of the innings. I think we've continued to see, now we've seen runs all around. Last ball did look like it was a wide there, but he decides to pick up the 2 regardless. It's going to be close. And now safely makes it back for 2, and 28 is the total required for NTJ to take that first position in the second semi-final. It's gonna be spin around the wicket, and the field setting looks like he's bringing in all the fielders. No one really on the boundary rope. There's one at fine leg, and there is one third man who's playing very square. Over the wicket, left arm, NTJ. How's he going to approach this? First ball in. Flicks it down towards fine leg, who's going to be able to slide in and cut that off for just the 2. Is actually... No. Just the 2. NTJ. I think he's going to be okay initially just getting the twos. Never mind. That's a glorious shot. Bounces down the track. Flicks it off the pads aggressively towards deep mid wicket. There's no one really on the boundary rope there. And immediately forces out a field setting change from Arindam. He moves the fielders all towards the boundary rope. 3 on the onside, 2 on the offside. See if NTJ changes his approach up a bit now. Goes for the reverse sweep, and the third man is inside the ring. One bounce, goes for a 4. NTJ showing us his array of shots. Look at that. 2 big ones of the first 3 balls already. And that's going to leave Arindam trying to explore more options. He's going to find himself a dot ball. 18 required of 8. NTJ is not out of the woods just yet. A couple more dot balls and he's going to be in some trouble, and that seems like it's going to be a catch taken in the outfield, deep mid wicket. And NTJ is in some trouble. 18 required of 7. My oh my. All right, he's going to bring in the left-hand batsman over the wicket. He's coming down the track. He's made himself room and he's going to get stumped. Third man gets called in, but that looked like he's gone by a long mile as well. Oh my. He makes himself room and yeah, that's the bat in the air. That's definitely out. Arindam. What a first over. This is not over by a long shot. NTJ chokes towards the end of that first over, and now the required run rate is huge. Leg spin again. He knows NTJ is uncomfortable. He was very uncomfortable in that first over, and he's going to try and keep the pressure on. He's gone for right arm though. He's going to change things up a wee bit. Down the track, long on is open. That is something he should explore. Goes for the sweep shot instead. 2 runs secured. Second one, no. It's a late call on the single, so it's going to be just the 117 of 5. This is going down to the wire. NTJ. He needs 2 big ones. He needs the lofts. Doesn't find it on the first attempt. Down towards fine leg. Picks himself up 2. 15 of 4. 4 boundaries required. Ball comes in. Sweep shot. Inside edge. This is going to go for a 4. That is very fine. As fine as it gets. Finds 1 boundary. 11 of 3. NTJ all the way from Bengaluru. He's got a big chase ahead of him. Goes for the loft, and it's just the 1 bounce. He's gonna try and sneak for a 2. It's gonna be tight. He makes it in. Oh boy, that looked like a big one, but that means it is 9 required of 2. 2 fours to tie it, a 6 and a 4 to win it. Can he find the boundary though? Inside edge, that's gotta go, that's gone for a 4. Brings it to 5 required of the last ball. Do or die for NTJ. Can he make this happen? This is huge. Last ball, what's he gonna go for? He's gonna make room, he's gone for this. 1 bounce, it's a tie. NTJ ties this up, and we will be replaying this out again. Don't go anywhere. BRB. All right, we are back. It is rematch time. NTJ versus Arindam ends in a tie the first time around. We're going to replay this back out. Second time around. Let's see if we can separate these two players out this time. NTJ again is going to be bowling first. Arindam batting. First ball. It's going to be pitched up. They're going to go both for spin dot ball to open things up. But damn. Bowlers come pumped up. Some exchange of words there. Trying to get into the minds of the batsmen there. Trying to get some mind games going. 2 runs. Especially after that tie. I'm pretty sure adrenaline is pumping between both sides and some friendly banter to calm things down on both the dugouts. Ball in, that's a wide. Way outside the off stump. 3 of 2. A relatively slow start, but we did see Arindam come out with the big shots the last time around. Let's see if he can repeat that again here. Pitched up. Third man not to be found. Just swings his arms there, opens up the face of the bat, and it's going to trickle down for a 4. No change in field settings yet. No third man, no fine leg. That's a very risky way to play. There is a short fine leg though who does get pulled into action there, so it's going to be just a single. Pitched up. A swing, it's going to be just again for 2. There's a lot of fielders on the boundary on the onside. There's long leg, deep mid wicket, long on. It's going to try and get it a little bit more squarer, but long leg in position, so it's going to be just the 2 again. 12 runs of the first over. NTJ. A good job of stifling Arindam a bit in that first over. Let's see if he goes back to spin again. He does indeed. Both players opting to go with only spin. I think no one really has found the answer just yet to dealing with these kind of deliveries. They're a little iffy on getting the loft as well, but that one wasn't according to plan. Shot fine leg, simple catch. And more importantly, a dot ball for NTJ. The batsman has to walk, and that's going to be the first wicket down. Around the wicket. Arindam goes for the reverse sweep and complete swing and a miss. Another dot ball. 2 dot balls back to back here for NTJ. And he might just have done it. Still early days though. Arindam gonna repeat that again, but this short fine leg has worked wonders for NTJ. That time, of course, it was third man, considering it was a reverse sweep, but the short third man and the short fine leg have saved so much runs, even gotten NTJ a wicket. 2 more added to the total. Two more balls to go, just the 14 this time. In contrast to the last time where, if I'm not mistaken, it was 28 required. It's going to be a good 13-run shot. $12 now with 1 more ball remaining. Let's see if 1-6 here will tip it over 20 and still give a fighting chance for Arindam. Comes down the track. That's going to be 2 at least. So 17 will be the total. 18 required for NTJ. Did he make it back for 3? I believe he did. Not out, says the umpire, and that is going to take the total to 17. 18 required for NTJ the second time around. It does look like it's going to be an easier task this time. What are we looking at? Spin. 100% spin. That is what has worked for Arindam so far, and I don't see why he would switch off that. It's going to go over the wicket to the right-hand batsman. Field setting exactly the same as NTJ. First ball. Makes room and long leg gets pulled into play. It's going to be a quick 2 to open up the innings, and 18 runs. It's the same total that what was his name? Saurav had in the first innings as well. He just relied on ones and twos, and when he did get that one opportunity, goes for the big one, and NTJ says, no, this is it. I'm going to finish this right here, right now. That's a huge one, and that makes the total so much easier now for NTJ. 10 of 10 required, a run, a ball. And that is going to gut Arindam. Was so close the first time around. NTJ finds the 2 big shots at the end. With 9 required of 2 to force the tie, and now he's in the driver's seat. 8 runs required of 9 balls, and he's gonna be able to just do it on the backs of ones and twos. Doesn't need the big ones, but he's going for it regardless. He wants to put on a show. 4 more added to the total, and he's just 1 shot away now from booking his semi-final berth. Last ball in, cheeky shot for the single. So it's only going to tie the scores. You keep it alive for another ball. 3 of 7. And it's going to need some miraculous deliveries here from Arindam to stay in this match. A flick of the pads, cut off, just the single. 2 runs required of the final over. And he's going to go back to spin. I think he should have just gambled with pace there. No change in field settings. It's going to stick with the same. It's going to move to around the wicket though. Over the wicket actually, with the left arm spin. But 1 big shot needed, and there it is. NTJ finishes things off in style. It's a 6 towards final leg. The sweep shot to book a slot in the semi-final. Don't go anywhere. The last quarter-final is coming up in just a few moments.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
First ball of the last quarterfinal, and it's going to be a fast run across the appeal. The only thing that was animated there. Umpire says, nope, not out. Quick single. And Iconic versus Trist. Winner moves on to face NTJ in the semi-final. What's it going to look like? Trist already qualified in the CSGO tournament, is going to try and make it here in WCC Rivals as well. Ball comes in, and that's a wide. It spun a little too much. An iconic free run. Next ball. It should just be a single here again. Gonna try and spin this from way outside the leg stump, and that's a wide. Didn't spin enough. The first time around was Trist spinning a little too much, and the next time not as much. Both resulted wides. Still trying to find the perfect line and length. This is gonna be much better, but down the track, he's found the gap at long off, and that's gonna be a boundary. 8 of the first 3 balls for Iconic. As he gets a decent head start, another wide. Oh no, Trist. It's already given away too many extras. I believe that is 3 to be precise. Will he get the spin here? Actually, the batsman goes for the sweep shot regardless. Gonna be just a single. Brings up double digits. 10 of the first 4. 2 more balls to go. Spin has worked pretty well for Trist. All consider that he's given away 3 extras and make that a 4. Well, if I'm not mistaken, if you give away more than 6, it's a default win. So Trist needs to be careful. It doesn't let too many of those slide by. It's a dot ball. Makes room straight down the track, and it's beaten both mid on and mid off. Trickles down for a 4 and Iconic. 15 of the first over. Trist is not going to be happy about that whatsoever. The fielder should have cut that off, but instead, it's going to go for a boundary. Nice haircut. I think I need to resync back into this. Yep, no action missed. 16 of the first over. First ball, it's going to switch over to left arm pace, medium pace to be precise, and a single. Driven straight down to mid on. A lot of fielders inside the inner ring. As Trist tries to starve the 1s and 2s, he's going to force Iconic to go for the big shots. Left arm batsman just needs the 1 loft here. Even if it isn't timed very well, there are no fielders in position to punish this, and there you go. Hit straight down the track. That entire part of the stadium is empty. It's gonna be able to get 4s every single time. 22. Still has all 10 wickets in hand. This looks like it's a white ball. He's actually gonna hit that straight, and that's a run out. Tries to sneak a single there, Iconic. And Trist gets a surprise wicket, something he wouldn't have expected, but hey, he's gonna take it. It's a dot ball as well, which is the important part. The players don't have any player upgrades or boosts, so wickets don't really matter as much, especially in the 2-over format where dot balls are gold. And Iconic is going to try and make up for that with a boundary straight down the track again. Another 4 into the side screen. 26 with 1 ball remaining. Looks like Iconic might be even able to sneak all the way up to 30. It's going to be a tall ask of Trist here. That's just the single to close out the innings. 27 on the board. 28 to win for Trist. Left arm around the wicket. As Trist starts the chase on. Looks like it's going to open up with the white ball. He's going to make connection and instead find a boundary. That ball was to be hit and he got the loft. Not too worried about the dot ball. He needs the big runs. 28. There's a decent total on the board. And he's going to need the big shots to get there. Change in field. Still no third man. And that's a position that Trist will look to exploit. He's going to pitch it up. Yorker length. Can go straight. Can go big. It's another boundary. 2 fours of the first 2 balls. Trist. All those hit shots in the morning. And all these boundaries late in the evening. Man of many talents. Just give him the trophy already. Another 4. Boy, oh boy, 3 lofts. This guy is making this total look pretty darn small at the moment. 16 required of 9, and this looks a hell of a lot easier now. Can he make it 4 out of 4? Nah, this is too much of an ask. Does get the single in though. Around the wicket. That's gonna go straight to the fieldsman. Easy catch. And finally, iconic. Only the 1 run conceded, 1 wicket picked up of the last 2 balls. Trist needs to ensure he does not take the foot off the gas here. He's still got a bit of work to do. Wide. Iconic. Small slip up, but it's still 14 runs required of 7 balls. 2 runs a ball needed. Not the biggest of asks, especially if Trist can still find maybe a boundary or 2. He's going to keep things simple. Go for a 2. One of the players, he's going to reconnect back in. Woo! Small scare. It's going to be just a single. 15 of the first over. He needs 13 of 6. This is doable. He just needs the start that he did in the last over as well. Just needs to get a couple of boundaries to ensure pressure doesn't come in towards the latter part of the over. We did see NTJ already go down this route for this exact same total, by the way. First ball in. Pull shot is gonna go for a boundary. That's gonna be a big sigh of relief from Trist. 9 of 5. 1 more boundary and that pretty much is gonna seal the deal. He moves a lot of fieldsmen towards the boundary rope on the onside. If I'm Trist, I'm just waiting on just to check out where the ball's gonna pitch. Make room on the onside and smash it over off. He's gonna stand his ground and flick it off his pads instead. 2 runs added to the total. Doesn't want to take the risk just yet. 7 of 4. He can, bear in mind, do this with just 2s alone. Required run rate is less than 2 a ball, so he can just stick to this and keep doing this time and again. But it is, if the dot ball comes through, that is when Trist will be in some trouble. He's going to go for the 2. Should be able to comfortably make it back. Throw wasn't the fastest ones. Five runs of 3 balls. It's going down to the wire. This time on the off side. Will he go for the drive? He does, and he finds the gap. 2 more runs added. This looks like it might just go down to the last ball. 3 required of 2. Maybe a chance of a tie as well. Can't really rule that out. We had it in the last quarter final. Might be the case here as well. 3 of 2. Twist. Swings, and he's gonna get the 2. He ties up the scores. He's left this to the absolute last ball. Iconic. Can he dig it deep inside him to find one? Runs across. A lot of runs on the onside. Last ball in. Single required. Goes for the big shot. He finishes it off in style. 4 runs. His wrist takes down Iconic and sets up a semi-final clash versus NTJ. We take a quick break. We'll be back shortly with the 2 semi-final matches. Don't go anywhere. It's MD Shan versus Saurav Das. First match, first semi-final of the Kolkata regional qualifiers. First ball. Gonna go by, and the wicket keeper Can't do much. Goes for wides in 4. Oh no. Bad start. Not the kind of start you want to have in a 2-over semi-final match. 5 without a single delivery bowled. Second ball. Oh, the spin and it's gone again. 5 more wides. Oh no. Oh no. Shan has just given away Saurav Das a gazillion amount of runs. Next ball in. It's gonna be another wide. 15 runs off the first 3 balls. GG's already. Regardless, Shan, it's gonna be pretty darn disappointed, regardless of how the rest of the semi-final goes on. Two runs. Makes his way back in. But that's 17 off 1 ball now. A big head start for Saurav in the first semi-final. Next ball. Another 5 runs. Another wide. And this has gotten out of hand now. 22. Bowling 4 more extras will lead to a loss. There you go. Into the pads. He makes room. He's going to go for the big one. The helicopter shot should get cut off. Just the 2 runs. Actually, he's going to be happy with the single. Surprised that he didn't go for that. That was an easy 2 runs to be had. But Saurav isn't really lacking in the runs department. Technically, it's 24 off 2 and he's got 12 runs and over. 12 runs a ball already. Never mind. Scratch that. Next ball in. Yorker length again. Room made. Helicopter shot again. This time it's just gone loopy. He's going to trickle down. 2 runs taken pretty comfortably. 26 of 3. Bear in mind, Shan can only give away 4 extras. The 4th one will lead to a disqualification. So, playing things close. It's just not been his semi-final. Not at all. Saurav, he's gonna say thank you very much. I guess it's gonna be a much easier innings than what I'd expected. .36 and he's allowed only 2 more extras. Yeah, there's another one. Holy moly. .41 of just 3 balls. I think the match is pretty much already done. But I do know for a fact players have managed to get more than 60 previously. But yeah, there you go. That is it. Saurav, I think, has taken the win. It's a no ball. Oh no. GG's. Saurav moves on to the finals. That was unfortunate for Shan. We'll take a quick break. It will be NTJ going up against Trist in the second semi-final. Should be a hell of a lot interesting, so don't go anywhere. Welcome to the second semi-final of the day for ILG Cup Kolkata Regional Qualifier. First ball, NTJ is going to be batting first. Flicks it off the pads, down towards fine leg for a quick 2. NTJ versus Trist. This is going to be a very tight affair. On the other side, Saurav pretty much got a walkover. is pretty nasty balls there, wides, costing Shan his spot. Second ball in, quick 2. 4 of the first 2 balls. Good start for Trist. Let's see if he can dry up the boundaries though. NTJ, especially in that first match that did end up in a tie, he couldn't really find the boundaries initially, and that is what got him eventually into a problematic situation where he had to go huge at the end to even force a tie. And as soon as I say that, commentators curse. He smashes one of the middle of the bat over deep mid wicket for a huge 6, and all of a sudden seems like he's in a good position now. But Trist, he's shown us that he can hit some pretty mean shots as well himself. So NTJ will need a total around 30 at least to contest this. 13 with 1 ball remaining. I think he's well and truly on his way to getting there. But he's going to need to find a lot more boundaries in that second over. As I say that, he's got this very fine. First of hopefully many to come, as NTJ is made good work of that first over. Didn't get the best of starts, had to settle for 1s and 2s initially, but oops. NTJ second over, 21 of 1.1. Left arm, and that is never mind. Comes dancing down the track and just swings his arms. Offside, no one really in the boundary row besides third man, as well as deep backward point. It was a pretty safe shot to go for. And NTJ looks like he's going to be able to safely go over the 30-run mark. He even manages to get back for 2. 3 more balls to go, 29 already. This is good. This is very good indeed for NTJ. Another big one, another boundary. Trist has got a big chase ahead of him. 2 more balls, he's gonna have to dry up on these boundaries and 6s. If NTJ hits that 40-run mark, Trist is gonna have a very hard chase ahead of him, and another big 6, another loft. NTJ is in the groove, and he's going for the big ones. Last ball of the innings. There's a short one coming in. Another pull shot, and then, yeah, what a way to close out the innings. Another big 6. 45 of the first 2 overs. 46 required for Trist to make it to the grand finals to go up against Saurav. It's a big ask. It's not impossible. Right. First ball, NTJ. He can go ahead and even experiment with a few balls here. He's got nothing to lose. He's got a lot of runs on his side, and the honors. Might have spoken a little too early there. Trist opens up with a big one. 6 of the first ball, and this chase is on. 40 required now of 11, and we're going to keep the counter running. Trist has turned up to play. He's not bowing out without a fight. Second ball makes space. This time not in the middle of the bat. It's going to be just the 2. But he's come to play here. The first 6 is going to give him a lot of confidence. He needs some more though. NTJ went huge towards the end of the first over and towards the beginning of the second. He's going to have to compensate for this. The big shot, but this time there's a fielder. Long leg takes the catch, up goes the finger, and Trist loses his first wicket and already signs of trouble. It's the 2 of the last 2 balls. NTJ is gonna be the clear favorite to move on to the finals. First ball in. He makes room and he's very comfortable with these pull shots towards fine leg. That's the second one this over. Bear in mind, he needs to keep hitting those. 1 or 2 of them in over is not going to get him to the finish line. He's still 32 runs away. This swing, he does get the loft out, but only 1, 2 is going to be tight. The dive comes in and the throw wasn't fast enough. It's a loopy throw from the outfield. 30 required of 7 balls. Trist. Can he do the impossible? Can he chase this mammoth of a total? The drive completely mistimed will allow him only the single. 29 of the last over. And NTJ is going to go with spin. Yeah, 1 dot ball and the game is done. That is, of course, assuming NTJ won't get any extras given away. First ball. 2 runs added to the total. And from here on out, it's gonna be 4s and 6s only required. If I'm not mistaken, 4s also won't cut it. He can max get 24. He needs 6s at least. First ball, just the 2. That is it. NTJ has made it to the grand finals. 4 balls, 26 runs. Mathematically, even if he gets 4 6s, NTJ wins by 1 run. Cheeky shot. But there is the short third man to cut that off for just the single. Next ball in. Again, shot fine leg, pulled into action for just a single. 2 balls to go. 24 required. NTJ with a masterclass batting performance, and the second over as well completely stifles any attempt from Trist here. Last ball before NTJ gets that shot at the final qualifier spot for the grand finale. He will have to battle it out versus Saurav for the stoppage. A consolation boundary. 18-run victory here for NTJ. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back shortly with the grand finals. NTJ versus Saurav. Who's going to be the last player making it through to the finals? Don't go anywhere.
But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given. We can't complain cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good, yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look.
Gotta know.
It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Can't you see that I love you so? So why must it be that I break everything I hold? Don't have what it takes to make it through the day. Though I'm standing here, let you walk away remains my greatest fear. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody that floats above any wave. But I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Now I believe that you are not yet free, but I've got this fear that I'm not either. In my bones, you see. So we can only hope to hold the others strong, and in the arms of grace will be your love, will be your song. I'd like to be a voice without a way, a melody that floats above any wave. I'd like to be a voice without a way, like a melody that floats above any wave. But I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Yeah, I'm coming down just like a cannonball. Can't you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand finals of the Kolkata Regional Qualifier for WCC Rivals ILG Cup Season 3. NTJ going up against Saurav. NTJ will bat first. It's a change-up. It's a 5-over match. First ball in, flicked off the pads down towards fine leg. Should be the single. I think it's gonna sneak back for 2. All right. It is a change up from the previous matches. It is 5 overs that will be played. So a complete different approach to how you're going to go about with the runs. You cannot go for the big shots every single time. And just as I say that, NTJ is already done this during the semifinal matches. Let's bring it up and he's going to go for the big ones. Finds the boundary. Use the wrist there, flicks it off the pads. Around the wicket, wraps on the pads, and his finger goes up. That I think you want to review. It did look like if the height was always going to be a factor, and NTJ does ask for the review. Let's have a look at this. Ball comes in, is swinging in pretty darn deep, and yeah, it does strike on the off stump. The finger will go up, and NTJ loses his first wicket. What an awesome delivery there from Saurav. Saurav strikes. Let's see if he can get more. First over has been pretty quiet from NTJ. The helicopter shot, and that's going to make its way towards the boundary rope. 4. 2 more balls in the first over. Fireworks match in WCC Rivals is about being consistent. It's not about getting that for a big shot every single time, but you need to find those runs, and NTJ gets another huge one of 4 and the 6 of the last 2 balls. And all of a sudden, this first over looks a lot better now. If you're NTJ, 1 more ball to go. 16. He's recovered back pretty well. A brace to close up the first over. 18 runs. He's done well to recover back. What's the decision here? It's going to be spin. Saurav would have watched both the quarterfinal and the semi-final match from NTJ. He was struggling a little playing up against spin, which is why I do expect Saurav to go for a lot of spin here in the finals. He's going to start things off with left arm over the wicket to the left-hand batsman, and NTJ down the track for a 4, and this field setting doesn't work anymore. You need to change things up. NTJ isn't playing shots behind the wicket. It works if it's one of those players who's using the tactic of hitting shots behind the wicket, but NTJ hasn't done that. This field setting does absolutely nothing for that. Allows him to just swing his arms time and again. You need the long on, long off. You at least need the mid wicket. And there you go. This is the field setting that is going to work much better. It's at least going to make NTJ think twice about going for the loft shots towards deep mid wicket. He makes room and he tries to hit this fine. But there is long leg to cut that off. Just the 2. Good change in field setting, but it does cost him a couple of boundaries. Ball comes through, flicked off the pads again. Just a single this time. Two balls in this over, and NTJ gets it over. Shot fine leg for another 4. This is looking pretty grim if you're Saurav. He had a pretty easy semi-final matchup, but grand finals, first 2 overs, he's coming down the track and he's got the loft. He's got the 6. 40 of the first 2 overs, and NTJ is on his way to make it to the 100-run mark. First ball Flicked off the pads, and that's a wide open gap there. Exploited by NTJ, and he's going to find a boundary. Seems like he's found the answer to spin now. But despite how the last over went, Saurav decides to still stick with spin. He's going to try and make this work. This time it's hit a lot more finer, and fine leg should be able to cut that off for just the 2. .46 for 1. Down the track, and that's the finger going up. They will go to the third umpire, but that looked like NTJ was short of his crease by a mile. White ball, he comes down the track, completely misses bat and ball. All right. That's the 50 up for NTJ. Saurav, 2.2. I think we got the slow-mo cam up for the last ball. Just going to resync back into this. All right, welcome back, guys. We had a small little bug, but NTJ was at 46 for 2 at the end of 2.3 overs. So we're going to finish up the 2.3 overs right now, and then we're going to restart back with sort of trying to chase the total down. So the score for all intents and purposes is 46 for 2 right now. Next ball in. The pole shot, and NTJ just resumes back from where he left things off. He's going for the big ones. He continues to do so. That's a big 6. Saurav gonna take some time. He wants to be careful here that he doesn't really give away too much. Slow ball. Flicked off the pads. There should be an easy 2 here. Gonna be indeed. Eight of 2. Bear in mind, it's only 2.3 overs that NTJ has got to play here, but he's gonna make the most of it. The helicopter shot over long on for a 6. Oh boy. Goes for a big one, and that should be another 4. A 4, a 6, and a 4 to open things up for NTJ after the break. It's actually been, what is it? 3 4s and a 6? My oh my. Saurav is falling behind. He needs to find a way back into this. He needs some variations. He needs NTJ to not get the lofts in. And he did have a very good field setting before the break, so he's not changed that up. I think this is prime time that he does do so. You don't want NTJ to run away with this. The field setting, which did have 3 fieldsmen in the boundary rope on the onside, did do well for NTJ. He stopped going for the big shots. He's going to find more gaps. He's going to get the boundaries. And that brings another over to an end. What's it? He's going to go for spin. .24. Total is sitting at 70 after 3.3. Still have 9 balls to play, and that's gone for a 6 towards third man. Top edge. Goes the distance. And NTJ just seems a completely rejuvenated player after that break. Seems like it did do him a lot of good. And Saurav is in a lot of trouble. NTJ is just working the ball around the park with relative ease. Ball in. It's in a sweet spot, but lucky for NTJ that he didn't actually get it off the middle of the bat, because there was a deep mid wicket in position. All right. 1.3, 34. 1 over to go. Oh, the swing and a miss. I think that's the first dot ball we've had this entire innings, except for, of course, the two wickets that did come by earlier. But NTJ has been very efficient with every single delivery. He's been working it around a lot of 4s and 6s. Going to come back for another 2. 1.5. Last ball. The big shots across everywhere around, in fact, including third man. Wide. Way outside the leg stump there. Needs to probably take a moment to recuperate back out. Ball coming through. And that looks like it's another wide. Oh no. Oh no. Very wide indeed. This one is in the hitting zone and it's gone the distance. Just about clears. Fine leg. Goes for a 6. And with that, NTJ sitting at 90 with 3 balls to go. Can he make it to 100? First ball in, he's coming down the track and top edge is going to go for a 4. Nicely done. Last 2 balls of the innings. $94 for 2 for NTJ. Ball comes in and he's sneaky. It's a catch taken. Up goes the finger. And NTJ, not really sure what he had in mind. He's trying to work it over the fieldsman at third man. But sharp third man just safely takes the catch. Wasn't able to find the elevation. Last ball of the innings. It's been an amazing one for NTJ. It's at 94, a 6. We'll take the total to 100. Last ball. Yeah, that's going to be a 4. That brings the total to 98 for 2 for NTJ. We will take a quick break. We'll be back shortly with the chase. 99 to win for Saurav to move on, else NTJ will take the 4th qualifier spot in the ILG Cup Season 3 Grand Finale. See you folks soon. All right, welcome back, everybody. 99 is the target for Saurav to chase. It's a big one. 5 overs to play. Let's see if he's got it in him. First ball. He's gonna get the cover drive. Should be the 2 runs. Makes it back safely. First ball. He needs 20 runs and over to win this. And the run rate's just gonna go steeper and steeper. If he can't find the boundaries, he needs to get off to a good start. Just like NTJ did. He was averaging close to 20 and over. He's kept playing consistently, getting the shots in, and Saurav gets the first big one. Oh, the boundary rope goes all the way for a 6. Might just have a fight on our hands here. The problem though is to consistently get these runs. In 2 overs, it's a lot easier considering you've got to do it only for 12 balls, but here it is 30 deliveries. It's a lot harder. Requires you to have that consistency over 5 overs. Next ball in. It's going to be just a single. Shot third man cuts it off. Last ball of the first over. 11 runs secured. He needs a lot more big ones and over. Each over, 1-4 or 1-6 won't cut it. He needs to consistently find more, and there you go. Boundary as soon as I say that. 15 runs of the first over. For viewers who are just tuning in, this is the grand finals of ILG Cup, Kolkata Regional Qualifiers. NTJ batting first, got 98 of his 5 overs. 99 is the target for Saurav, and he's sitting at 15 now. After the first spin for NTJ. Ooh, the off spin completely bamboozles Saurav there, just barely missing the off stump. Next ball, that's off the middle of the bat. The fielder there is not even gonna bother. He's just gonna wait and watch it fly by. It's a big one. Needs more of those. Remember, run rate was about 20, and he's got 2 sixes of 2 consecutive balls. We might just have a fight on our hands. 27 of 1.3. NTJ was already involved in 1 tie today. 3 balls, 3 sixes. Saurav, you little beast. Oh boy. This match just swung wide open, guys. Next ball, it's a drive straight up. Just a single. 34 for no loss. Last ball of the second over. Oh, the dot ball, he's gonna run the single. Up goes the finger, and Saurav has lost his first wicket. Trying to sneak a single that wasn't there. The pressure getting to him. Oh no. Slow walk back to the pavilion, and that is NTJ. 34 for 1. 2 dot balls. NTJ back into this. And this is going to be a catch out as well. Consecutive wickets of consecutive balls for NTJ. And Saurav. Ooh, he's hit a wall. Boy, oh boy. 2 wickets down. The pressure of a chase in the grand final. It's always something you gotta account for. 65 required of 17 balls. Still can definitely make it happen here. Saurav comes off the track and he's going to get stumped out. Wide ball, but the wicket goes down. Oh my lord. Heavy outplay there by NTJ. He knew the batsman was getting ready for a big one. Goes for the wide ball. Beats the batsman. He's trying to get back in. Yeah, bails are off. Bats in the air. That should be the out. Three balls, 3 wickets. NTJ has clawed his way back into this. He's completely stifled Saurav for the runs and he gets beaten. Another dot ball. This is going from bad to worse right now. If you're Saurav. 99, a very steep target. 2.2. Halfway through the run chase. That's the catch taken. Another wicket goes down. Oh no. This is going south too fast here for Saurav. The 4th wicket goes down at the halfway point of this run chase. And NTJ is comfortable where he is right now. That's a lot of pressure off his shoulders. It was 34 after 1.4 and he's conceded 1 run of the last 5 balls. There is a 6 coming through. But a lot more of that is needed from Saurav. He needs to build that momentum back from where he left things off, else this match is going to get away too fast. Goes for another one and it's another 6. Okay then, Saurav. Maybe there was just a small blip where he just gives away 4 wickets and says, you know what? You want to make a fight out of this, but 3 overs, last ball to go. He's on the verge of getting to 50. That's going to definitely make things interesting. He's going to get the outside edge. Trickles down to the boundary rope. 50 comes up in style. 51 at the end of 3 overs. And he needs 48 of the remaining 2 to qualify over. Definitely doable. 48 of 12 balls. It's the target. Ball comes in and he beats him. It's another stomping. Oh my God. Footwork. Footwork, Saurav. Footwork. He's given himself the room and completely gets beaten. He's shot by a mile. That's going to be the 5th wicket down. And he might just run out of batsmen soon. Saurav, what is he looking at? He's going to bring the right-hand batsman in. It's soon going to be down to bowlers to try and chase this. Dot ball, importantly for NTJ, there wasn't even a wide. 51 for 5. 11 balls, 47 required. First ball in, and it's a big one. That's a 6. 41 of 10. At this point of time, he needs 4 every single ball. If he gets it, it's actually going to be a tie. If he can get 6s, that is when he stand a chance to win. He cannot get dot balls in, and that's going to hurt him bad. Gets just the single. Takes the total to 58. Bringing it to 41 still needed. 9 balls. White ball. That's going to be 1 pitch. So it's going to be the 2 runs. 39 of 8. It's a tall ask at this point of time. He needs 6s every single ball. And every ball he doesn't find a 4 is going to hurt him. Does get the first one. But this last over is when Saurav will need to play the over of his life. He'll need to bat out of his mind if he is to chase this total down. Next ball in. He gets the 4. That is good. 68. So 31 required of 6 balls. NTJ, spin or medium fast? What is the choice? What do you go for here? Spin is what NTJ opts for. 6 balls, 31 runs. The last slot in the grand finale is going to be on the line here. What a final we've had. An explosive one. Saurav has made a fight out of this chase, but it's going to be just the single. And with that, 30 of 5. He needs a 6 every single ball to win this. Unless, of course, NTJ gets in maybe a wide or a no ball, which I don't expect to be the case. First ball in. That looks like a wide. But isn't it a dot ball? That is it. That is it. NTJ will be a champion as long as he stays away from the wides and the no balls, of course. But Saurav is still going to continue swinging away. That should be the nail that tops the coffin. As soon as long leg cuts that off for just the single, 70 runs, 29 of 3 balls. NTJ will be qualifying here today. Nice shot coming through. It has been an amazing chase though from Saurav. Take nothing away from him but NTJ. The masterclass of an innings set the foundation. And Saurav just ends up a tad bit too short. 25 of 2. Wait, NTJ does throw out a wide ball. Two more balls. NTJ, he can pretty much feel it. He can sense the victory here. Just needs to stay calm and collective. Yeah, there's going to be another 4. Just consolation here for Saurav. Last ball of the innings. $20 runs. It wasn't too much of a difference, but Saurav ends up being about 15 runs short as the 4 comes through. 83. NTJ wins by 15 runs and will take the 4th slot in the WCC Rivals Grand Finale for ILG Cup Season 3. Congratulations to him. Big shout out to Saurav for an amazing performance throughout the entire tournament. Shout out to all the players for for some amazing games. Shout out to the viewers for tuning in. Thank you so much. This is the end of the regional qualifiers phase. We will be back on Wednesday with some Rainbow Six Siege action. I'll see you folks then. Until then, goodbye and enjoy the rest of the Sunday.
I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true, but it ain't a